Hello everybody, Jason Basson here, and this is part 3, let's say, of all the records I did find, but not on that biggest record fair. We start off the show with this 7-inch, quite rare, from Dozzy, Beaky, Mick and Tish, Tonight, Today, and on the other side, Bad News. Really rare record to find here in Belgium. Dozzy, Beaky, Mick and Tish. Then I found this one, a classic, Belgian classic from Telex and Moscow Disco. Then a nice cover from Kim Wilde, Love Blonde, and on the other side, Can You Hear It? This I did also find in the same shop, Jean-Michel Jarre and Equinox. Then a 7-inch from Giorgio Moroder, From Here to Eternity. I saw recently this record in a playlist of a DJ who has sold his records. This was also in, or who sells his records, this number was also, this record was also in his collection. Then this record, really splendid record from Roland and the Blues Workshop, Rock Life. Roland, he is a singer-songwriter from Ghent, where I live here. Sometimes I see him. In that time he hadn't yet a long beard. Today he has a grey long beard. And his hair is much longer than there, I guess. Really a nice album with some classics on it, like Blue Suede Shoes from Carl Perkins is on it. Really nice. A live album was that. Then here more electronic music with Nitzarab, Control, I'm Here. The 12-inch version. I had already the 7-inch, and this 12-inch, really nice. Then I did find the 2 first albums of Klaus Schulze. That was his first album, Irrlicht. It exists also with another cover, which I prefer more, but that record is really a collector's item, and it's rare to find. This is the more common cover for this album. There are 3 tracks on it, and as you can see, the next album, it's probably the same artist, made his 2nd album, Cyborg, from Klaus Schulze. That's the inner sleeve, nice artwork. Klaus Schulze, Cyborg. Only 4 tracks, but long tracks, from approximately 22 to 25 minutes. Because I'm a little bit of a vintage synth junkie, I can tell you he used on this one the VCS3 synthesizer. That's really fantastic to make experimental sounds. Klaus Schulze, double album. And this is another Klaus Schulze album I found in the meantime, Klaus Schulze and Dig It, with 4 tracks on it. It was made around, yes, in in 1980 in Klaus Schulze Dig It. Then an album that's from last year, Lowell's Essence 2, experimental music, ambient experimental music from someone, Essence music from Spa, Belgium, from the south of Belgium. He has already made some other records too, but really nice experimental music. Then we have Jerry Lee Lewis, early rock and roll, really nice album from Jerry Lee Lewis. And when I bought this record, there was inside a record from Elvis. I went back to that guy and I searched in his records, and finally the last record in the pack was a record from Elvis. I took the record out and it was the record of Jerry Lee Lewis, so we switched the records and I had finally this great record on the Sun label. Then a record I had before, I have bought it again, from 242, and Endless Riddance. Endless Riddance from there with 3 tracks on it, also the fantastic Take One. Endless Riddance. Then an album they made of the old tracks of the previous Joy Division. Joy Division, their name was before Warsaw, and you get also bonus tracks on this track. Really nice. There are 12, 9 and 8, 17 tracks on it. It was released, this record, I see, in 2007. Really nice. Then we have here Barclay James Harvest live, also a really good live band with a double sleeve and 2 live albums. I bought this for only €5. It's a very good price. Then we have here China Crisis. I bought this for €2 in a shop. Really nice album. Has great tracks, Working with Fire and Steel, one of my favorite tracks of China Crisis. And also we find here the big hit on it, Wishful Thinking. China Crisis. Then an album I found recently, that's this one from Vangelis. Last Friday I found this on the market, the weekly market. Ignacio de Vangelis Papatanasiou. It's the soundtrack of a film, the soundtrack from a French film, Entends-tu les chiens aboyer, a film from François Reichenbach. It's a record from 1977, 2 tracks on it, 2 long tracks, and it's really, really nice. This album is called Egg. Then we have this album, Phaedra by Tangerine Dream, but I can tell you, this one I also found on the record fair. On the record fair, the recent record fair in Ghent, in the ICC. The album from Tangerine Dream and Phaedra. Let's show to you. It's a double sleeve, really nice. Phaedra from Tangerine Dream. Then we have this record. I already knew the cover from, I saw it on the internet some time ago on Discogs. This record, or on another site is possible, this is are the artists who made Ireland great big. They're the people of Spencer Davis group here, Jethro Tull. There is also a group, Nirvana, but it's not the well-known group Nirvana with Kurt Cobain. No, it was the, let's say, the Nirvana of the 60s, in the 60s. That was popular then also, Nirvana. Really good record. Then recently I found this one, last Friday, Foghat Live. Really fantastic album, one of the best albums, live albums I have. Really dynamic power, really good vocals, nice music. If you can find this one, buy it immediately. Really nice. Then a man, I looked it up, he died in 2004, unfortunately, Kevin Coyne. This is a double album, 2 albums for the price of 1. I paid this only €2. It's really nice. I saw on Discogs the value is rather around €10 for his records, so I did a good deal for buying this only for €2. Then a nice, I have a lot of new beat collection, new beat records. This one I didn't have yet. That's a remix by the Boring Boys, Max Sample and House Inspector. New beats, Belgian new beats. Then a really nice compilation record of hard rock with Motorhead, Black Sabbath, Tigers of Pangtang. Really nice. Tigers of Pangtang, I really like that song on this album. Also Crocus are very good, and UFO, Doctor, really nice music. Also that group White Spirit with Midnight Chaser, very good. We find also on this album Foghat, from that album Foghat Live, we find Home in My Hand, really nice song. Double Heart, really very good. Then I have this one, a double album from Little Feat, Waiting for Columbus. I bought it for a little price. It's a double live album from Little Feat. I bought this for only €4. A double live album. That I collect also the live albums from bands. I don't from as much bands as possible. So recently I saw that album from Foghat Live. I didn't had yet already something from Foghat. Then we have this one live album, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Without Young and Allies. Really nice live album. Then we have this 12-inch from Belgium, from the Flemish group Arbeid Adelt, that disco. I see here Disco Dead. It's a cover from the song from Pill Public Image Limited, That Disco. On this 12-inch you find also the original version from That Disco from Public Image Limited. Then a classic, excuse me, a classic, big house classic, Belgian house classic from Bass and Harmony. It was made by Bruno Sancioni, one of my favorite composers, new beat composers. He had made a lot of great tracks. This is one of them, Harmony. Then a legendary record that I found, West Side Story, the music with the classic, well-known classic America on it. This is really original record. It's really old, really old. That must be the beginning of the 60s. Really nice record. Then also a group I like a lot, electronic group, the Cassandra Complex. It's semi-electronic. They also use guitars with the 12-inch from March. You have also pickup, live version, and H comma. I really like H comma. The Cassandra Complex with a war picture. Then also an album I discovered was really great, Tuxedo Moon and You. And there we have it's, I think a sort of compilation of their best songs. Really nice record. I showed you in the second video already one record of these people, The Rose of Avalanche, and this is the Maxi Goddess, 1000 Landscapes, and also Gimme Some Loving we find on this record. It was made also in 1985. Really good year for The Rose of Avalanche. And then we come to very interesting records. This is Vita Noctis. It's a Belgian band. They made some tapes and also some vinyls in the 80s, but now they have compiled all their work on this double album. Really nice. With the lyrics, you get some pictures, and then you get 2 records full with nice tracks. Vita Noctis, if you don't know them, they did some concerts some years ago. Really nice songs. You can discover them on YouTube. They have some live videos there from their recent from their concerts they did. Then I found this one, Neon Judgment and Early Tapes, with work from also from what the title says, early works, early tapes from their early tapes they released in the 80s. And also this album is limited, only 500 were made. This is album 209, so very limited record, and I paid a good price for it, only 20 euros. I find that a really nice, good price for such a rare record. Then a record from Alien Sex Fiends, I Walk the Line. I collect the maxis, the 12 inches of Alien Sex Fiends. This has cost me 10 euros, but it's really art. The cover, it's the cover art was mainly always made by their singer Nick Fiend. Really psycho art, also with a lot of skulls in it. That's Alien Sex Fiends, I Walk the Line, maxi. Then an album I also saw before on the internet. Now afterwards I bought this James Taylor One Man Dog. Yes, it's that kind of music. It's rather soft, but it's really good. But you have to get into the mood for this music. But it's a nice album, also a nice cover. Then one of my favorite artists of the 60s, that's this man, still alive, John Mayall. Much respect to John Mayall. He helped also to make the blues get on a higher stage to a bigger public. The World of John Mayall here with a lot of nice tracks on it. Here we see also a legendary album that I want to buy in the future. The Blues Breakers, John Mayall with Eric Clapton. That album I search on. This album I have John Mayall, The Blues Alone. Really nice album. So John Mayall. Then I found this one. That's from We've Got a Fuzzbox and We're Gonna Use It. It's a mini album with some tracks on it. And what's special, the other side, that's not an album. One side is with the tracks on it, and the other side you get some artwork that's carved inside the record with all the group's members as figures. Really nice. That's really a unique vinyl. We've got a fuzzbox and we're gonna use it. And then I end the show with two albums that I want to show to you. I don't know if I have already shown these two albums to you. That's Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, their first album from Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, with on this album Electricity is standing on this album from 1980. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. And I close this show with this album. I found it in the last summer, but I had put it away. It was a little bit yes, damaged. I restored it a little bit. This is the album of Dr. Hook and Pleasure and Pain. Really nice artwork for the cover for this album, Dr. Hook. So I hope you enjoyed it. More videos about my record collection is coming your way, so I would say you can subscribe to my channel, so you won't certainly miss a thing of all my records I'm going to show you in the coming months. So watch also my other videos about my musical instruments, all the tests I do, all the experiments, all the music I make. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.